Hey, welcome everybody to my Twitch stream here and playing on lichess. Supposed international master William Paschall. We are going to do a 20 board simultaneous exhibition on lichess and Twitch. It is 30 minutes with 30-second increment for you guys. Extra time for me because the clocks are running all over the place and I'm always losing on time in these things. So I'm trying to buffet myself from losing on time with 40 extra minutes. Last time I used 20 extra minutes and it was really bad. So we're going to play with 40 extra minutes for me, which should ensure that I don't lose on time and I have time to talk about the games a little bit. So guys, take your time. Use all your time. I've got a little extra time as opposed to last week. And, you guys should use all your time. You won't be able to flag me as easily this week as you did last week. So I'm still going to try to play as quickly as I can, but hopefully we'll have enough time. Thanks for subscribing. Also, subscribe and check out my YouTube channel. We do upload all the streams over there. Video chess training on YouTube. Thanks for subscribing in the stream, guys. If you are a subscriber, make sure you guys jump in the simul here so I don't forget anyone. I'm going to start it now. Standard chess 30-30, no chess 960. 40 minutes extra clock time for me. White is not correct. Last time I started the simul with white, and I want to do random because it's much more fun and interesting. Alright, simul starting, guys. Again, if you are a subscriber, don't forget to register as soon as you can so I don't miss anybody. I've got room for 20 players. I was walking around and playing and walking around for like 5 hours this morning, so I'm not 100% energy filled. Okay, lots of regulars. I'm gonna take anybody who's a subscriber first. Move 11. Soltigo's a moderator. Morales, Arsenal fan. I take back Mr. Coffee. You guys are all subscribers and or moderators. Then there's like the second tier players who are like regulars who play every week. So I'll take you guys. I'll try to take you guys in the simul. Mr. Santa Claus. We've played Yule before. Lord Jesus Christ. Super Sebi. And then we'll take other challengers till we fill up to like 20 players. I want to make sure that everybody that I don't know, who I played before, the new players that I might accept in the simul have like, well, preferably like 100 rated games. Like this guy's... He's got enough. Okay. He's got enough. That's like 300. I guess he's a subscriber. I don't want to play anybody with like less than 100 rated games, basically. Kanye's just like, please accept me. If you have like 100 rated games, I will. Until I get to... And as long as you're under 2,400. So, alright. Parmenides is a subscriber. And you guys can subscribe to the Twitch channel, please do. You get first preference if I play Blitz or a simul here on lichess. I've got room for 5 more players. Once again, guys, if you're a subscriber and you're going to play like Clash Kid, jump in there before I take somebody else and fill up the spot. The days when I have a team game, like this morning, I try to play just 20 players. Yeah, Clash Kid is the last subscriber to show up. Alright, the rest of you guys, I'm just gonna like close my eyes and pick randomly. When does it start? We're starting like in the next 3 minutes. So anybody who's a subscriber that didn't enter, I'm gonna just like pick 4 more players from these guys. Like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe, because I wish I could just randomly pick. Let's say Spark Jacobs. Okay, he's not in because he's not got enough games. Alright, let's pick a random guy. Etium. He's got 100 games. Alright, and another random guy. Berserker. He's barely got 100 games. I'd rather not. Alright. Abu Fazl. And we got room for 2 more players. Yeah, I mean, guys who are around 100 games or less, this Rakesh has 200 something games. Will Paschall has 200 games. I'm going to take one more player, and I'm going to do 20 with his time control. All right. I'll pick a number between like 1 and 8. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We picked Spark Jacobs again. All right. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, now they changed. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, you can't even pick a number because it just keeps moving around. All right. We're going to do this guy. He's got a lot of games. Fayeb. All right. 20 players. Sorry if I discriminated against you guys. I've got a lot of extra time. So, you guys, I can talk about the game, take my time talking about the game without losing on time. It's not as unfair as you think. Last time I had 20 minutes left and I flagged. I was flagging in my games. So it goes a lot faster because my time is running on all boards simultaneously. It goes a lot faster than you think for me. Alright, the simul should last about 2.5 hours for the longest possible games. Here's some games with black. Anyway, good luck, guys. I wish I could play more boards, but with this time control, I really can't play more than 20. That's, if it was 40-40, I'll do 25. But, what? Any subs not accepted? I hope not. It's too late now. You're going to have to cancel your subscription. It's good to get some new players in there, though. I'm going to play e5 against Lord Jesus Christ. I'm playing a lot of symmetrical English. Alright. Well, it's just a waste if I'm reduced to, like, just making random moves because I'm in such bad time pressure. That's kind of what happened last time, and I don't want, like, you guys or myself to get to that point where I'm basically just like clicking the first move I can see because I'm so short of time on moves like 20 or something. So I want to be able to talk about the games and a little bit at least, and at least have some thought, you know, about, you know, at least have like 15 seconds to think about my move on all boards. So the extra time really is necessary. But again, like the maximum amount of time for the simul should be around 2.5 hours. We shouldn't really have games longer than that. There might be one, but alright, Morales. Dear Santa Claus, I had a tournament game today against the Hungarian IM, an older guy who's like 60. He doesn't play much. Halas Thomas. And I forgot the move order in the Blumenfeld line that I had been actually doing on a video series like 2 months ago. And I made this like totally new. I sacrificed a piece basically for 2 pawns in an endgame, and it was the right idea, but I did it too early, and I'm not sure it was sound. But he was kind of afraid, so he agreed to a repetition of position. But I'm a little bit angry with myself for forgetting my own analysis in a position I studied quite a bit. Although I haven't had much time to practice it, you know, it's one thing to theoretically play something, but to actually, you know, play a position for the first time in my life, physically over the board. It's kind of weird. Okay, so there's a Verisov opening with white, and I've got a Dunst opening where I played white. I guess you can play c5 in this position. You prepared yourself against knight f3. Did I play knight f3 against you, Serbian Santa Claus, again? My team tragically lost. My Budapest Chess League team. We didn't have a couple of our best players, and we ended up losing by half point because a certain chess organizer from Hungary lost his game in a winning position. Alright, Knight takes e5. We play the Petrov here with black. Actually, another interesting move there I should have played is the queen, queen e7. Is that right? Yeah, queen e7. All right, so Lord Jesus Christ forcing me to play so what is this, 4 knights English. Theory and Practice of Chess from Panchenko. Who said that? Oh, that's an excellent book, Clash Kid. You know what's really messed up about that book? It doesn't exist. They never published it in English. Yeah, it's a really good, concise book. I guess you have it in German. I have the same book. But it's actually a tragedy that book has never actually, as far as I know, been published in English. And it's a really good, concise endgame book. That Clash Kid's talking about, the Panchenko book. I have the German copy, and it's not like a brilliant book, but it's concise. It's got a lot of good material. A good, handy, all around endgame book. As far as I know, only published in German and maybe Hungarian. I mean, the publisher I know is a Hungarian. He died last year. Okay, c4, c6. Unless it was republished by a different publisher. Might have been published in well, obviously it was probably originally published in Russian because it's Panchenko, but try to recommend good books when I can. So Serbian Santa Claus is prepared for knight f3. What does that mean? I'll play d4. One day you don't get into endgames. Is that Clash Kid? He plays well in the endgame. He's beaten me in like 2 endgames so far that I can recall. Yeah, the Panchenko book needs to be published in English. Alright, Rakesh Nimzo Indian. I'm playing the Veresov with white against move 11 just because I wanted to play something different. I don't really know this line at all. But what the heck? Experimenting with a few of the openings here. Just put the whole book in Google Translate. Oh, that would be ugly, wouldn't it? Put the book in Google Translate and publish it on Amazon. Quality. All right. C6. Self-publish on Amazon with Google Translate translations. We'll make ourselves some money. All we have to do is get permission from Panchenko. Knight f3, c6. Slav. A couple of new players here. A lot of regulars. But again, only 20 players. I'd rather do 25. All right. No, I use that Panchenko book a lot. I've used it quite a lot. It's got a lot of good examples, practical endings. It's not like over your head. I mean, it's a book that's practical for everybody. I mean, probably all levels. When I was a kid, I had a book by Kiris called Practical Chess Endings, which I imagine is still like existing, They probably even still publish it somewhere. Maybe. I would hope, because it was like a famous endgame book. Kiris was the guy who was almost world champion. I mean, so you can't really go wrong with that. Okay, Karo Khan. Arsenal fan is playing the Slav now. Plays a lot of different openings. F3 from Kashish Gandhi. My Hungarian teammate Zoltan Varga's favorite line. Oh man, I haven't played against this too much. I don't really know actually. What would I do if someone played it against me? I should know the F3 line better. Okay, Ayeste. We've played a lot of games now. 83. Running out of new ideas. Let's try B3. The Pierce is bad. It's passive. I don't think it's passive. When I think of passive, I think of like the French and the Caro-Kann. The Pierce is sort of dynamic. It depends on how you play it. I mean, all right, against Rakesh, we'll play E4. Santa Claus. Transpose to a D4 opening. Well, I don't know if it's the best way to play for a win, but anyway, it's a way. Got a couple of Reti type of openings, which I play a lot. Here's an Alekhine's defense. Move 11 played Bishop F5. This looks like a game from 100 years ago. And then Clash Kid is Lopez trying to play the Berlin variation. Okay, now Yule's game is basically Verisov, but it's essentially an Albin counter gambit with colors reversed, which ought to be kind of sound. Once I had this game in a turn, I had this position in a tournament game against my friend Yakov Rasin. I don't remember what happened. He was a lot higher rated than me at the time. Alright, I probably lost. And then Parmenides plays the hyper-accelerated dragon. Lord Jesus Christ with the E4. I don't know who's that variation's been named after. The Alekhine variation or something like that. Bishop C5, knight takes E5 is pretty good for white. Bishop B4 is a line. I guess D6 would be interesting. Why can't I just do D6? How bad is that? Speaking of the Pierts, play that against Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee playing E4. We've got a couple of these Retis. And then the exciting Petrov. Another reindeer. Don't rush your moves and make mistakes like Sol Tigo. Reminder. Another reindeer that I need to get glasses for reading. All right, Queen C2. Abul Fazl seems to play the opening really well. Got to be careful with him. And then this, I don't know what's up with that Verisov. I just decided to try something different. But take your time, guys. You got plenty of time. No, you don't. I'm just kidding. But you have enough time. I mean, that's the key. You guys only have one game to play. I have 20. Bishop C4 from Miralles. And starting bishop takes F7, which is always fun. English. Okay, let's play knight F3. I said reindeer. It just looked like reindeer. I'm just kind of having fun with you guys. I knew that it said reminder, but from a distance it looked like reindeer. I was just kind of joking around. I'm not that blind. I do need to get reading glasses though. Okay, knight on G to E2. Lost to Alexander Shabalov in a rapid game like 25 years ago. He first came to America. He was very young when he beat me down in this line, the old John Nunn variation. But I think the modern line is 97, which didn't really exist back in those days too much. Isn't that it? Like you're supposed to go is it 97 here? Isn't that like the modern variation? I don't know, but I'm not going to do something I don't know. All right. Classic Reti. Queen's Indian from Santa Claus. We'll try to play like Alpha Zero. You thought I was serious? Dimitri Reindeer Man. Seems like a cool guy. All the Dutch chess players are relatively cool. Knight B6. Reindeerman had funny notes on his ICC account. He's showing a sense of humor, which is, you know, not always that common with chess grandmasters. All right, so D5 right away. That is wow. That's a new one. I mean, I haven't even played C3 or anything. That is some extreme stuff there. Wow, can I just take that and then queen takes and knight C3? What is going on here? Okay, so Abu Fazl's taking up the challenge with E4. He dreamt whole chess games from beginning to end. I've had very little like actual chess moves in my dreams. Maybe once or twice. I mean, I'm not going to say never, but not frequently. Okay, against move 11, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do again in this kind of line. What would Ricard do? He likes to put his knight on C3 along with Yobava. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We'll just knight F3 or knight E2. Who knows what the heck I'm supposed to do there. Okay, bishop E3 now from Yule, and we're basically, again, in a reverse Albin. The extra tempo ought to be fairly relevant. If I play E6, bishop B5 check. It's playable. E6, bishop B5 check, bishop D7, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. My pawn structure gets kind of mauled there. We can play, I guess knight on BD7 makes the most sense. Rook E8 now from Rakesh. And, well, if I play bishop F1, am I supposed to play D5 here? D5, knight C5, bishop F1. That would seem logical, wouldn't it? I can't remember. But Mr. Coffee transposes to a King's Indian / modern defense with C4 now. We can do bishop G4 early, or just transpose to the King's Indian. Whatever. Bishop G4, interesting there. Alright, I'm enjoying my extra time, but I ought to keep it moving along here. So, am I supposed to play Queen B6 in this? I can't recall. Alright, Soltigo taking an enormous amount of time. Miraos, fabulous. Thank you for subscribing. I didn't even notice the subscription back there. Are you in the simul? Because If I had known like you were a subscriber, if I had realized and you wanted to play, I would have included you in the simul. I don't know if you're even interested in playing or just watching, but all the guys who are subscribers are welcome to play every time. But thank you for subscribing. Now, bishop g4 right away from Ayesta. That looks like a good move, actually. That looks like a good move. Now, knight f8, that's kind of unusual. I was expecting knight to c5 by black. Then bishop f1, a5. Might actually be a game I had against this guy Gajic from Slovakia last year. Knight f8 is quite unusual. Kind of like a classical King's Indian, but his knight is on a weird path on f8. Don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I guess we'll do the normal thing on the queen side. All the IMs say they know nothing about chess. Relative. It's all relative. I think we'll play g6 here. And now, black's trying to play c5, it looks like. Speaking of c5, that seems to happen a lot in my games. Like, I'll say a move and then it's like relevant on the next game. It's just funny, but maybe not right away here. If I play c5, black could play a5. All right, looks a little like a normal mainline King's Indian. Bishop f5. This is a position I analyzed with one of my students last week, actually. Certain person here with us today. All right, knight c3, mainline King's Indian. And this position, well, could be one that we played once before, depending on what black does next. Everybody's still learning, right? I mean, hopefully. Magnus seems like he's not, you know, done learning. Knight f4 now. Okay. I guess essentially black is threatening to play h4. I can take on d4, but he just recaptures with the bishop. There's some weird continuations like c takes d4, bishop takes d4, bishop takes c2. That's kind of neat. Queen takes c2, knight takes d4, queen a4 check, knight c6, and then bishop b5. I can just protect it. I don't have to worry about that stupid bishop on g6. Hybrid opening here. Knight c6 doesn't look that appropriate now. I guess since white can play c3. This is really, I don't know what you call this. Okay, let's move it along a little bit. Try not to play too slowly, but e4, pawn takes pawn, knight c5. Not sure if e4 is really good quite so early. Okay, we've got c5 here. No, he's got a5 again. Sometimes we can sacrifice that pawn. Bishop a3 is interesting. kind of like bishop a3. All right, Albin reversed. Now I'm doing like g6. Also possible to play a6. Okay, Arsenal fan, technically like a mistake, bishop f5. Parmenides looks a little dubious for black. I'm playing the classic pawn sacrifice against Santa Claus. I was joking about Alpha Zero because of that. It played that pawn sack. Okay, this is a strange move. Bishop e3 from Etienne. Maybe not a really bad move, just unusual. I'm not really sure. It's creative. I mean, I don't think there's anything drastically wrong with that. I've never seen it, but why not? It's not a great square for the bishop on e3, but okay. Maybe I should play d5, try to get some space. So, okay, BEJKL, he just took on g6, avoiding any of those tricks, so the bishop takes c2. And I think now I get a good position against take back with a space advantage there. Thanks, guys, for watching, for subscribing. Okay, here, I'm supposed to play like castles. Get out of the pin. Basically a reverse Queen's Indian. Yeah, Ayesta's approach is very solid. And now against Rakesh we have a good game, I believe. But he has some unusual stuff with like knight to g5. Quite atypical possibility in this type of structure. I have to watch out for that distinct possibility. Maybe I'll, I mean, I want to play knight to c4, but his queen is strangely placed on c8, so we should try to take advantage of it. Okay, so Gandhi ends up not playing the normal line with c4 there. Instead, he played bishop e3. Gandhi. So we have a Gandhi who's a poker player here in Budapest too. Bishop e3. Bishop e3, d5. I can play d5 now. I mean, that kind of seems like it would be good, but then he has bishop b5. But that's okay, then I can play bishop d7. Yeah, actually, this makes some sense. Okay, rook e8 was played against me in another game clash kit, but d6 looks standard. Can I take on c6 and play d4? And if I do that, is it even good? I guess h3 is a normal reaction that actually looks kind of weird as well. Rook d1. See, I'm using up all my time. Why do I never get this? Bishop takes c6 and d4. And then take back. And then like h3 or something. But I'm not sure that it's so good for me. Okay, I could play possibly with bishop g5. Huh. But I don't know if it's a good idea. h3 weakens my king side. Rook d1 is met by like rook. Actually, knight g4. I have d4. Rook d1, rook e8. Rook d1, rook e8 is kind of annoying. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Just the ultra lame d3. Doesn't look right at all. All right, I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. Now here we can try to target this pawn, I guess. Just play knight e7. Wait, it has knight to b5 there, but I could play knight to c8. This is kind of a funky position too. I can play d5 in one moment. The question is when. Knight d7, rook e1, knight f6. Maybe knight f6 first, developing a piece. Yeah, this is the guy in the cafe variation that I played. I guess I usually exchanged on d5. There was this guy who played me for money in the chess cafe. He used to play that variation that Rich played every single time. It's slightly worse for black, but he just loved to. He loved to lose in the same variation. He was very faithful to his line. All right. So this one, I don't know. Knight d7. d7 doesn't develop anything. h6, weakening myself a little bit. Like a prophylactic move. If h6 white could even go d4 now, then I can play bishop g4 though. And he has tactics with like knight takes e5 now. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just going to make natural moves. Try not to get in time pressure. Take back here. Lots of space for white. It's like a Catalan King's Indian attack hybrid. Not really sure. This is the beginning of the King's Indian defense against Mr. Coffee, who's not used to playing, I think, that kind of structure. So hopefully that's good for me. Triple exclam. Yeah. All right. Very solid position for Ayesta. Basically a reversed Tory attack type of thing against the Queen's Indian. I'm playing the Queen's Indian with the white pieces here. It's kind of like the London system. Okay, Rakesh goes crazy with bishop h3. That's a really unsound looking sacrifice. I can take it and be up a piece, and I doubt he has enough compensation. But you never know. One can never knows. You have to be extra careful there. Super Sebi. I almost have to play something like knight to c2. e3. Knight c2, maybe queen c8 or something like that. h3 is probably too slow. Unusual order of moves here. And e3 ought to be okay, but he could go like h5 on me and try to play like a caveman. Okay, this looks good for white. Can play bishop b5 check. And actually, I mean, I don't know if that's even good. Trading the white square bishop, queen e2. It shouldn't be bad for me. I don't know if I should trade pieces at all there, though, honestly. And now knight e2. Avoiding double pawns. Soltigo playing essentially what looks like it could become a hippopotamus on the queen side. Interesting. Why not? Very hyper modern. Okay, so now let's defend here as best we can. Right. Forcing me to play knight c8. All part of the plan. Okay, Will Paschall took forever on bishop d3. Actually, what is he supposed to play there? d5 or e5 are the most common. Strangely, I haven't seen bishop d3 here. What's wrong with bishop d3? Knight c6. Does this transpose to an English defense? Knight c6, knight f3. That's good for white, no? Did I mess up? Wait a minute. I messed up. Oh no, I'm supposed to play c5, not bishop b7. I messed up there. Oh no, that's bad. Sorry, I apologize. It's me that messed up here. I was supposed to play c5 instead of bishop b7. So now I'm in a really weird, kind of dubious line. It's like a bad English defense. You know, he plays the opening like flawlessly. Wasn't paying close enough attention. Damn it. We have to go here with c5 right now. Okay. Arsenal fan plays this position. If I play knight b5, what's the deal with this? Knight b5. Is that even right to go knight b5 right now? Well, I don't know. Okay, here we are again with this, where I faultily played bishop e7. This is not the idea with this line. If I had to play this position, I wouldn't play this at all, because this isn't good for black. Okay, how are we going to salvage this? You could play c5 now, I guess. I don't really have a better suggestion. Alright, castles or queen e2. Don't know if that's a good move. Alright, now I have a big space advantage. Not sure if that's what I should do, but avoiding exchanges looks right. d4 reminds me of the a6 Slav. Interesting. It is an attempt at a hippopotamus. In Hungarian, it's hippopotamus. Sounds kind of funny. If you're not Hungarian. Anyway, rook b1. Solid move, solid player. Lord Jesus Christ, very, very solid player. A difficult style to play against. Knight b5, and I think I'm totally fine. Good. It's funny, Arsenal fan, I usually exchange on d5 first, but like Capablanca did it this way, so I don't understand. How can Capablanca be wrong? This position I wasn't sure about against Clash Kid. A 4 pawns attack in the 4 pawns attack. King's Indian attack. Lots of attacks. And now Queen H4. Well, we just have to stay awake here, I think. I'm just going to leave his bishop on b4. It's not hurting anyone. This is kind of strange. All right. My knight on c8 is rather oddly placed. Big space advantage for white. Where's my knight going after f5? Pawn takes pawn. Wow, f5 is kind of crazy. Knight f1. Is knight f1 a mistake? Am I supposed to take on f6 here? Yeah, probably. I really don't know. Etienne with a very unusual approach against the Petrov. No idea what I'm supposed to do there. All right. Not sure I like this position that much. Thinking about bishop g5 at some point. Bishop g4 for him is kind of irritating. I don't think, I think that black is good already. Queen f4. Okay, e3. This looks good. b6 not really a usual move. He's supposed to play queen b6. And then here, all right, we need to support our d5 pawn. We're just in the beginning of the opening here against Mr. Coffee. I'm playing this 4 pawns attack line for the first time. I usually play a really unsound 4 pawns attack variation. Lord Jesus Christ played h3 though. I'm glad to see that. That looks extremely hesitant. We like to see hesitancy from the opponent. We being me. Now knight takes d4. Where is my other knight going? I could also play queen c7. That was one of my very deep ideas here. Not sure if it's a good move or not. And you'll playing a4, a5, but it is kind of time consuming. All right, I'm out here. Check, bishop g2, or king h1. You can take your pick. And Mule Skinner. Okay, so if I just develop with like bishop e7, the hippopotamus is forming. This formation that black's trying to play here is called the hippopotamus. Hippopotamus, quite a dangerous animal. I've been known to play the hippopotamus myself on occasion, but not straight up like this. out of other openings, the English defense and the modern, but Soltico just making up some weird stuff here. Still, what would Steinitz do? He would just go like e5 or something, but then knight h6. Not really sure what I should do. Bishop e3, developing a piece. That looks like a good move. Why not? And Yula is just focusing completely on this queenside thing, going after my pawn, being materialistic. Okay, that is a little awkward, I just realized, because if I play queen c7, you know, he can go bishop f4. And I don't really have a great answer for that. How's my score against him? We got 3 out of 4. We're going to have to give him the pawn on c5 for whatever that's worth. There's also knight g4 here. Okay. Black is lacking for space in this position. b5 is kind of annoying. Okay, black stopped bishop g5. But now he has bishop g4. Perhaps. Sometimes. So what should I do? h3 myself. Not such an easy position to play. e5. Interesting game by Etienne. Not really sure where to put my pieces in this one. Try to be as solid as I can. Wow, c5 for move 11. If a3, bishop a5, bishop d6, if I try to win a pawn there, I mean, he can roll in the center maybe. I lifted up my rook by accident. f6. There goes the bishop. Bishop f6. All right, well, I was thinking maybe bring my bishop back to c1, but not yet. Maybe next move. Actually, I could. Am I afraid of bishop b4? Maybe. Yeah, knight h6, that's what I expected. Perfect move. Now g5 is, well, certainly interesting, but also risky for me. So I thought bishop d6, rook e8, d takes c. We try to grab a pawn. Knight g4. A nasty move. He's trying to checkmate me. So this is actually kind of weird. I have to do like bishop h3. Bishop e3. What a subtle idea. Wow. Wow. And now f5. Okay, Dear Santa Claus found the book move after. It's not the book move. I mean, the main line is taking, but for example, the Russian Grandmaster Konstantin Chernyshov has played this. It's a way to avoid the gambit. It's not bad. Eat some mandarin. Sorry. I almost never eat on the stream, but I'm really hungry. Knight a6 and bishop b4. I think I've seen that. Okay, what are we doing? Drop my Mandarin. I think knight c3 and bishop b4 there. Now this, so we're grabbing the material. I have a good position here. Just keep it moving along. This worked out. I was a little concerned about the opening move order, but I think we're better now. It's very solid here. His rating is like 16, but he's got a creative approach. I mean, taking on c4, I could trade queens and be like equal, I guess. Rook takes a6, pawn takes a6, knight check. So what's the deal with this? I don't remember, like, if there's any theory there, Arsenal fan. Soltigo is like transposing to some insane variation of the modern defense somehow. You can just do whatever you want. Wow. I don't know. I'm going to go postal. F5. F5 is interesting. Pawn takes pawn. Or should I just take on g4? Bishop c1. Queen h4. What does he have, like compensation for the pawn here? For the piece, I mean? Really? I guess this is like a main line. Can I play bishop g4 now? Is he supposed to play bishop e3 instead of knight f3? Is that how that works? Or is some trick with like c5 good for white if I play bishop g4? What's the deal? What's the deal if he like does c5 in one moment? It's kind of freaking me out. My bishop has to go outside the pawn chain here. So we finally get to develop the rest of our pieces. Yeah, g5. That's what I thought. This doesn't look that bad for white, actually. So this is some variation that's probably good for white. You can take back with a c pawn. d6. I don't really have enough counterplay. Man. Rakesh like unsoundly sacrificed a piece, but he's playing pretty cagey here. Maybe I could play f3. But I have to sack on e3 and then take on f5. Giving some material back to break the attack. Not sure I have anything here either, objectively. This is a weird game. Looks better for black. Now what happened? Knight g6. You can do that. Wow. Alright, I guess we just transferred the queen. This is kind of a weird position. Knight takes d4. He actually fixes his structure. May not be that bad for him. Alright, bishop a3. Not the best move anyway. Queen d2. I should really play like d5 in one moment here against Morales. Maybe develop a little bit more first. Soltigo with f6. I know that my position looks kind of primitive. Queen takes. Alright, so I'm up a pawn against move 11, but he has a strong center, a relatively strong center. Went right for it. His queen is almost trapped. This looks good. Lots of space. And then what's the deal here? Is my knight trapped? I don't know about this one either. Knight's pretty strong on d5. He's threatening rook e8. What happened? Wow, bishop g5 from Mr. Coffee. That's a move. That's a rare move, but it's a move. You think, therefore you drink. Gawain Jones once was quoted with the classic, "I think to make other people more interesting." I doubt he originated that. But I thought since we're watching Tata, we'll throw out a Gawain Jones quote. Okay, I completely agree with his sentiment. Alright, what are we doing here, Mr. Move 11? Move 11 has the strong center. The almost trapped queen. The important thing was to get f5. I'm supposed to be taking the f5. Lock down f5. Oh, but he has e4. Oh no, it's like a... Oh my god. That actually works. He's got e4. So I have to do bishop c1 and then bishop takes f5. And those, who knows how many pawns I'm going to have to drop in the process. Now, whoa. Knight d4. Yeah, this looks a little scary for white. I'm not sure I like this. Probably dubious for me. a5. All right. Now what am I doing? White's better here. Much better. Marrakesh played like an obscene sacrifice against me, but now he's bouncing back. Bishop takes f5. I need that pawn. I really, really need it. Badly. Okay, knight h8 was called. That's got a square, you got a square. When you got a square, you've got a square. Can you say? Just trying to get organized here, you know, and it's not that easy. My knight on f1 seems kind of weird. Visually, this looks terrific for white, but I don't know if I should even play h6. He's got this knight f7 thing coming. Now he has as much time as me. Actually, has takeback used any time? He's got 30 minutes. Wait, you started with 30 minutes, and you still have 30 minutes left? You're like playing Blitz? Man. Alright. Actually, a lot of you guys have like all your time left. You're just playing on my time, basically. Knight f5. What am I thinking? Okay. Bishop e3. And that seems normal. How many times are you attacking d5 again? I hope not any more than I can handle. How many times are you attacking e5 again? Wow. So g4. And g4, it looks ambitious, but we have to do something. Crazy. So what's up? Arsenal fan is down a rook. Temporarily. Only for the temporary. He's got bishop b4 check sometimes. I can also play just e3. Try to get that pawn on a6. But it's no time for, you know, second best moves here. Knight e5 looks kind of fishy. Let's just develop our pieces. Okay, now move 11. Really cagey counterplay. Wow. All right. Knight e8 is an ugly looking move from Super Sebi. Maybe I ought to play knight e4. I like trading the dark squared bishop there. Okay, move 11. Not easy for me. Man, this is ugly. Man, white's position is quite solid. Yeah, this is some kind of backup variation for black. It's actually not so bad. Maybe I shouldn't even play knight c3. I don't remember. What is the deal with this? Bishop d2? I have no idea. Knight d4. Bishop takes pawn. Maybe that's it, knight d4. Anyway. Happy to get the queens off there. What? Okay, Arsenal fan is playing knight e4. Well, let's see. Like, if I play bishop takes a6, bishop b4 check, knight d2. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Maybe bishop d3. He's got tactics with discoveries. What happens if bishop d3? Knight takes f2, king takes f2. Okay, bishop d3, bishop e4 check, bishop d2. Knight takes d2. That's not healthy. No, bishop d3. There's no bishop e4 check. Okay. All right. What do we want? What do we want here? Take the exchange. Just be up the exchange. Keep it simple. Wow. All right. Knight g3. Is that even the right idea? This is getting too weird for me, man. Should I play d4 at some point? This is like mental. I take back as using just the increment. I'm like, guys, take your time. All right, just use the increment. Clash Kid used a little time. Now he's got an advantage, it looks like. Maybe it's not, but looks much easier to play for black, to be honest. I need to develop something. Let's not end say we did. Okay, this has got to be good for white. Very good control of the position. You can take on f3 and play d5, simplify. White is a tiny bit better. I could take on e4 and then play d5, but he's got like multiple sacrifices. Or bishop g6, g4. Knight b5. That's definitely unexpected. Okay, I have no idea what's going on there. This looks slightly better for white. This looks slightly better for white, but maybe not so bad for white. What am I gonna do? Maybe not so easy. This is super strange, this position. Seems like I should sacrifice a piece or something soon. All right, how to consolidate here. Soltigo. Now move 11 seems to have some compensation for a sacrificed pawn. But I think it's hard to argue that he doesn't have compensation. Sorry. It's so easy. How do I even defend the pawn, you know? Extremely awkward. Knight f8. Problem is there's no safe place to put my king up. Maybe king h2. This is just a really strange game. And he's not using any time, making it difficult to play. I have no idea. Maybe I should take on d5. That would open the c file for him though. So I'm really at a loss here for what to do. I mean, it looks like it's got to be better for white, but it's so complicated to play with no time left. I don't know. He's up to what, 2,000? I can't like click on somebody? 1900, 1900, 2000. I have no idea. I'm just gonna make like random moves again. All right. Queen side. Can't really afford to let the queen side open up there. What happened? c5. I've got to maneuver my knight somehow. So already I'm in time pressure. I mean, you guys are playing fast. And I'm in time pressure. All right. Knight on b5. That's kind of irritating. Knight on b5 is driving me nuts here. What is the deal with this crazy position? I have no idea. I'm gonna like put my bishop back on g2 because I'm scared. This is perfect for white. Great position for white here. Absolutely. Okay, knight takes e5. It's just, am I walking into some kind of tactic? I don't know. He wins a pawn. Bishop takes d4, knight c6, queen f6, knight takes d4, queen takes d4, queen takes c7. Maybe it's okay for me. Rook f6. Lock the whole queen side. How is my knight is trapped. What is going on here? Bishop f4. I have no idea. Weird game. He's actually using his time, which is refreshing to see. All right, I'll just castle. I don't know. I don't know why I take back is playing so fast. Maybe he has somewhere to go. Where's the fire? He's basically playing like bullet in a 30-30 simul. That makes it hard for me to play. Even with my extra time is now gone. I guess black is supposed to be better here. c7. I think I can play knight c4. If I didn't miscalculate something. Now f5. A knight is hanging. I think this is actually book against Fayeb. Am I supposed to play bishop b4? No. Really solid. Watch my king side there. I mean, he's ridiculously fast. He doesn't even spend any time on a single move. And it's just this board. I'm back on this board like every turn. I might as well just resign this one. It's just making me like lose on time in all my games. Alright. I don't know. Whatever, man. It's too fast. I'm just gonna have to be like playing this move. Like, I have to be moving on this board, thinking on this board constantly. This is too hard to play like that. Alright. Bishop e4. Now knight e5 maybe? Okay, this is a very rare variation and I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here. Knight g4 doesn't look especially right. Oh, bishop g excuse me, maybe bishop g4. It's possible to play bishop g4. I don't know if it's good or not. Now queen. I'm lucky I don't hang my queen here. This is just too hard. I mean, to play with no time. He just moves instantly every single move. Don't really know what to do. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't seem... I don't understand. Alright. We'll just agree to a draw in that game. I don't know why Take Back doesn't want to use any time. Just too hard. I mean, it's making me have too much struggle with the rest of my games to have this instant moving game where I have to think, and then my clock is running like on all other boards every single game, every single move. It's just too hard. I mean, if a couple of you guys did that, I would just automatically lose all the games on time. If you guys could just move instantly. All right. We're not really much better here. And black center is very strong, so I don't really have what to do. I don't know what to do. Good compensation for white. Now he gets the A file. Try not to panic, and I mean, I could take with the E pawn. Doesn't make sense here. Am I just? I thought I was blundering a combination for a second. This looks really good now. If he doesn't have knight takes d5, he goes knight a8. One of our jokes here about knight a8. No combinations. Maybe f3 wins a pawn. But I can also just take on e4. c5 is... Well, I don't know. I mean, he might have compensation even here. It's weird. So my development is still kind of messed up. I honestly don't know. This may not be so bad for black. I think this is actually been played probably. This position is probably still quote unquote theory. But I'm not sure after knight c3 if I'm even supposed to play knight c3 after knight a6. But what else would I do? Maybe knight d4 rather than knight c3. Well, Kashish Gandhi just sacked a piece. Does that work? That would be very upsetting if that works. Very upsetting indeed. Bishop g5. I don't know what I'm going to do there. So Arsenal fan played f6. All right, knight h4 or something. I'm like paralyzed. What about what about like bishop d2? Bishop d2, knight takes d2. You know, something like get my piece out. Now it doesn't look so bad for me this game. I got the knight off of b5. Still, White is planning on playing like bishop g4, it looks like. There's also d4. They got everything on d4. Maybe I can't stop both d4 and bishop g4, but I can play c5. And then if bishop g4, h5, this is like a giant position for White. And what am I going to do? It's just a complete win for White, positionally. That's basically just winning. Knight c6. I'm not sure if Mule's, if Morales put his bishop on the right square there. Now you're threatening the old bishop takes b2. But maybe I should take on f5. Counterplay. Black has counterplay here. I think all the way through. Is there any sense in bishop takes f5? Counter exchange sacrifice. Rook takes f3. He's like down a piece. There's rook g2, rook takes f3, bishop takes f3. That's hard to believe. We should be good here, structurally. Better here. Maybe rook a3. This was a weird game. Rook a3, it happened again. Dude, what's up with these weird coincidences? The crazy moves that get played in multiple boards at the same time. Rook a3, another case of this Illuminati move. b5, pawn takes pawn, knight takes b6. Breaking free at all cost variation. I like it. Free at all cost. I'm sure that I'll miscalc something. So far, so good. But now what? Knight a5. Okay, it looks like Black blundered, unnecessarily taking on c4. But he may have a tactic with some crazy pawn takes d4. And here I'm looking at piece sacrifices seriously. The question is when and how. Not to be confused with Wang Hao. How do you say when in Chinese? H6, they were talking about Chinese words before the stream started. I'm making a very bad joke about it now. Bishop H4 is a really kind of interesting idea. I just don't know if I have enough force to do that. Bishop H4, G5. Knight F5, pawn takes bishop, and like, nah. I mean, I need like one more tempo for this to be realistic, I think. It's just not enough. I hate this position like no other I've ever had before. Blundered in the opening with the move order. And White played like Alekhine or something. Pawn takes D4. I feel like there's a combination here for black. Like there should be. And I wasn't sure. I was hoping I'm like even equal here against Clash Kid, but I'm not so sure because I think I just like lost the exchange if I do this. No, I don't. I don't lose the exchange. Queen takes, there. All right. We're probably worse, but hopefully we're not lost. Clash Kid is a tough player. Let's see. Actually, most of you guys are tough players. It's not easy. This was just enough time. If I had any less time, I would be in serious trouble here. B4 wins a piece. Not exactly. Does anything ever work? It's ridiculous. So I don't win a piece with B4. My knight is trapped. How convenient. And the bishop on B4 is pretty good, actually. Brilliant game by black. Now I just have to grovel for a draw. It looks like. Begin groveling now. Okay, this is winning, but he's pretty cagey. Rook G5. Rook G5. Take this. Slightly better ending here. White's quite solid though. There's like no tactics in any of my games ever. Like, why is that? Like, how is that even possible? We never have any kind of tactic. Never a sacrifice or tactics or anything. All right, maybe we can play C4 here. Does that seem like a good idea or not? First of all, it does defend B2, but it might weaken my position in some ways. Either way, knight b6 is going to be really nasty. Is that less nasty or more nasty? It looks kind of scary no matter what I do. The knight b6 thing. It's just nasty no matter how you look at it. Okay, if I get checkmated here, I'm going to begin to cry on stream, I think. What do we want to do with this position? I guess we just have to try to draw, you know. My knight is like stupid. Yeah. Virtually getting mated. I mean, I'm lucky I'm not getting mated here. I have to play f5 not to get mated immediately. So I can take the pawn on d5, I hope. That's the only justification for this. And now white just crushes me like a dog on this board. Not a lot of hope here. Basically perfect game by white. Here I was looking for a tactic like knight takes e4. But I don't think that can work. I just have to take here. Almost looks like some of Roman's analysis from long ago. Alright, I gotta speed it up a little bit. We should be slightly better here. But it's still not that easy. He's got like bishop a6 if I play e4. Kind of messing with me. c4. Really tight position for black. Santa Claus is a good player. I definitely have to be careful with him. Okay, rook takes h5. And Arsenal fan offers a draw here. I mean, I have no advantage at all, so that's fine. I'm lucky if I can just be careful not to lose there. I mean, realistically, it's a draw, but I could lose if I'm not careful. If anybody's better, it's black with the bishop on b4. It's a draw, but I have to be accurate. I don't know that that's ever been played before, but it certainly all follows. And here I'm massively better, but it's still hard to win. Knight b6, I guess. Trading his knight on a8 doesn't make sense, but what am I supposed to do? It's actually hard to get coordinated here. My pieces have nowhere to go. He's got more time than me. Alright. It seems weird to trade pieces, but... Alright, I think that Soltigo made a very bad mistake there. He needs to take on b3 en passant in that position, because I think this is less good. It still may be, not that bad for black somehow, but he really should take. Alright. White's played quite solidly here, but we're better, a little better. We're running out of time though. We've got 2 wins, 2 draws, and still 16 games ongoing, which is a lot of games, so I've got to be quick. Really stodgy position here. We locked it up. I think we're going to have another knight on b5 soon. From the looks of it. Right, now I have to play bishop e3 and I'm dropping a pawn. Good. But it's not hopeless. Against this guy, I think we're just in theory. This is like, isn't this like the main line of the Alekhines? 4 pawns attack right here? Or is my bishop on a different square or something? Bishop takes f7 check, king h8. But he's sacrificing a piece for nothing here, right? Okay. Well, not nothing, but... hopefully not enough. I don't see how it can be enough. Right, okay, we're down a pawn, but let's not lose the exchange. Rook somewhere. whatever. Rook d1. Wow, c6 from Santa Claus. Totally not on my radar. Going after my strong point in the center. Huh. It's interesting. I don't know. I feel like white's a little better here, but the knight is quite strong on c5. So maybe it's just an illusion. c4. It's just that it's kind of risky to play c4. Avoiding the trade of queens. Wow. No, but that's a blunder, right? He's just dropping b7. Okay, I'm getting confused here. Bishop h6. Wow. All right. I'm slightly confused. The guy has 28 minutes left. He's like pretty low rated too. All right, castles. Definitely encourage you guys to take your time. Some people are incorrigible though. They just can't take their time no matter how many times you ask them. f6. That's like a book idea. All right. Yeah, we got to get active here. What happened? h4. Okay, h4 is not that relevant. And now we're gonna have to play b3. Hopefully our extra rook will count. Knight takes f7. I didn't even consider before, but now that I look at it, that's something we should be thinking about. Not that we have time. Now what happened? Bishop c4. All right. Move 11. Just hard to free myself and really use this extra pawn to any constructive good. Do I have e4? Pawn takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Knight takes, queen takes, d7. e4. That would just destroy my own structure. I have no idea what to do. Actually kind of getting frustrated with this. He's so solid, I have no clue what to do. Try to make the most solid move I can find. Rook e8. Speaking of solid. Okay, what happened? He played queen b4. And this position is getting kind of weird. The d file looks relevant, but I don't know what to do. Plus my knight is hanging now. Can't play rook b8. Wow. b5. Another strong move. I have no clue what I'm doing. All right. Bishop takes piece. He's gonna have like a one-move checkmate threat on d2 next. Let's not forget about that. But we are up a piece there. This is getting weirder. But he self-pinned himself. That's possibly a losing move. Knight g4. Alright, that's fortunate. I'd like to win a couple games before it's too late. The very subtle bishop h6 is on tap here. And now we've got to improve the position, get castled. We're good. All right. Mr. Coffee. Solid for white. The bishop's unprotected, but I don't see any tactics. Do I have a tactic? Knight takes e4, bishop takes g7, knight takes c3. I do have it. I was saying earlier that there's like no tactics for me. This is like the only one. All day. Takes. Never any tactics. Except for now. Okay, like, this is crazy. This is probably like a draw by repetition or something. I'm sure that I can mate myself if I try hard enough. He's 2100? Wow. Knight e4? Oh no. I'm gonna have to take that? Are you serious? Oh, this is like a blunder. Oh my god. Just a catastrophic blunder. At least Santa Claus is taking his time. I don't think I'm gonna do. I'd rather like lose a pawn than give up my bishop, but I'm gonna have to lose a pawn. Alright. How bad is it? An ending down a pawn would be really ugly. What am I talking about? I don't even have an option. Like, I have to take it. Alright. Wow, move 11 is just coming after me. I guess we start running with the pawn. Pawn takes c6. Open up more lines for him to attack me with. Sounds like a good idea, no? I can do that, or I can just... Or I can just lose a pawn for nothing, basically. Knight takes e5. Bishop takes g4. Oh, that seems to work in every line. Bishop takes e2. Knight takes c6. That's okay for me. Alright. Queen b3. Well, we've just got more space here, which is good. Yeah, this is really ugly. I'm just losing a pawn anyway. Wow. Serbian Santa Claus just played to crush me. Alright. Bishop g7, we're just winning. Up a piece. And now what happened to h3? Knight to d5, queen takes e4. It's like a tactic. I'm running out of time. Okay. What happened? So rook a7. All right. when we're messing around. Oh my god, look at that cheapo. The queen a3 was played. Wow, dude. What a move. Here we're winning a pawn. Look for tactics. There are none ever. Man. My knights are bad. I mean, what are my knights doing? I need to play e4. Okay. Queen d2, dropping a piece, trading a piece. Knight takes f2. That defends everything. Amazing. Okay, this is just weird. My opponent offered me a draw. That's great. Perfect. All right. Queen f3. What's next? Knight e4. Dropping c4. Just down a pawn here for absolutely zip. Good. All right, we win a pawn. And now the attack begins. In earnest. d6. Is that even a good idea? Yeah, why not? Why not? This doesn't matter which way we take there. Move 11 with a very sneaky rook a2. Starting to scare me, man. Okay, he's going crazy now with this. I have knight e4, which I hope is okay for me. What's hanging now? We have bishop takes b2, but he has queen h6. There's always some kind of crazy, tricky tactic. We're going to get mated in that line. So that's unsafe. He's got like rook h3, this other insane thing. Maybe queen here check. Wow, rook e6, another superb move. All right, man, I don't know about this position. That was a blunder by me. We're just in vicious time pressure again. Yeah, please don't mouse slip. G6. Move 11 has a lot of time. Wow. Actually, everybody has more time than me, and I started with 40 minutes more than them. Almost everybody. Mr. Coffee is like the only one. This should be winning for me. Clear pawn up. Rook a2. Like, where do you even come up with this move? Craziness. I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to give up my dark squared bishop. There's no way. D5 was played. Oh. He has this sick, complicating move. Oh my god. Now what am I going to do? I'm probably losing tactically somehow. I'm not better here. All right. Let's just the time thing. This is a draw. I was up a piece, but I just didn't have time to defend against his attack correctly. This is amazing play by Super Sebi. Now he's actually like better. It's better for black now. Rook h3. But what just happened, man? Come on. Well, right's white should be getting checkmated here. I guess I should take with the pawn, huh? There's a problem with that, though. Yeah, maybe not. All right. Okay, this is kind of winning, but maybe I should play h4 first. I don't know what to do here. Knight d5? Time problems. Okay, there has to be a win. He's going to have a defense to this too. Queen takes f1. Queen e6. Not sure what's going on there. I mean, I get a rook on the 7th. This looks like one of my teammates' games from today. Very tough position. Oh, I trapped my own queen, of course. Do I have g5? That's not going to save me, right? Yule is going to win this position. Interesting. That's ridiculous. Whatever. Rakesh used 4 minutes to play this game. All right, I'm not even winning that. I think we should resign there. He didn't keep... Wow, he gave me a second chance here. That was horrible. Alright, I was just about to resign, but I didn't. Man, we were just totally lost there. Now we're probably winning again. Alright. I'm just really angry with myself for not finding a win in that position. I was probably winning like 17 different ways, and I basically found a way to lose. Alright. But anyway, here we are. I think Rakesh's time management needs a little bit of a change. 5 wins, 4 draws, no losses yet. I guess we win a piece here. Yeah, he's finding that only move. Finally, his king is stuck. Alright, now, Dear Santa Claus seems to have given us some kind of hope. It may be just a false hope. I feel like there was some hope. Probably I shouldn't trade pieces here. Basically all in. What a ridiculous game. I'm sure that I'll find a way to like lose. Here, still a complicated, very complicated position. I'm getting confused. What's this, a heavy piece ending? Gotta watch the back rank mate. It's made in 1. That's a weird blunder. Okay, we're going back. I could have played f3 there, actually. I don't know. That might have been better. Now rook takes h7. Alright, there's got to be a mate now. Still not that easy to win this. I'm up a pawn, but imprison him there. On the 7th, a lot of my pawns are hanging here. This is not a joke. I'm not even up any material. This could actually be kind of dangerous. But, I mean, Super Sebi is an amazing player. I'm just worse again. Here I'll drop a pawn if I play g5. Good, good, good. We really shouldn't lose this, but I don't know if there's any way to win. Let's try. If I can break through. Okay. Is this a good move? What am I doing? Bishop d4. Winning piece there. Clash Kid, I wish I could make it to time control, but there is no time control. And then we just promote. Very deep. All right. He's hanging his queen. Still no mate. Maybe next move. This is actually quite dangerous. Queen g8. Don't play queen g8 because it's always mate. Queen g8, queen e7. That's kind of not a good idea. I may be in trouble anyway, and I'm running out of time. But here, we're better. I don't know what to do in this position. Rook e6. Very, very tedious type of endgame I've got here against Clash Kid. Notoriously difficult. And bishop takes e4, f3. Oh no. Of course it's mate on the back rank. I saw the idea, but I'm going to lose to Santa Claus. Saw the idea, but I forgot about it. He's defended everything. I just resign. No sense wasting my time on that game. Really, even the 40 minutes, I still didn't play very well in these games. I'm just extremely short of time. All right, this is winning. Chess is hard, no matter how much you know. We didn't need this, really. Now I feel a sacrifice coming on. But he can't do it right away. This is a game where I need time to defend this, and I don't have it because of the other games. Really good play by Black. Sometimes I think Super Sebi is... Oh man, this is ridiculous. Seriously? You have that move? I don't think I'm even better after that. We stole the A file. Oh, stalemate. Alright, well then it's not stalemate. Now it's not stalemate anymore. Sorry to get your hopes up. It's F3. Bishop takes. There's no mate. I'm just like losing. So you just play like h4 or something and try to draw. So pathetic. All right. We use our bishop to try to guard both squares there. But Morales allowed me to play that back rank, so we're probably winning. Now my knight is trapped. I really ought to do something about that. What happened? We sacked a pawn there. We should still be okay. Soltigo is extremely difficult to deal with. Alright, what are you up to now, man? He's actually in time pressure, which is surprising. 2 knights are better than 1. That's what they say. We got some counterplay here. Extra open file. All right, against Morales, at least I'm not losing. Hopefully, I was worried I might be worse there. I guess I'm just trading a pawn. Thought I was winning a pawn for a sec. Queen somewhere, huh? Oh, yeah, wouldn't you like me to trade on your terms? Wouldn't that be nice? You could just trade on your terms, always. Trade on your terms. What a move. Wow. Amazing. All right. This is realistically a draw. I'm going to drop a pawn somewhere. I don't know. This is like a force field. Yeah, I dropped that pawn, but we're still better. So much time pressure. Queen h5. Okay. All right, I have a check on f5. Does that help? Is this some kind of tricky blunder? Okay, white defend this. Now we're winning for sure. We lost to Santa Claus, who is basically a master strength player. Just want to qualify that. King there. Okay, I was kind of hoping you would do that. It's almost like a cheap shot. I'm up the exchange here. I mean, geez, this is gotta be winning. There's no way I can win this realistically. Okay, what's up next? Mr. Coffee's not making this easy for me. He has not been making this easy, but we really need to win. Yeah, man, Clash Kid is an unbelievable endgame player. Just started noticing how good he is in endgames. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here. G4. What a defender. Right. And here comes the sacrifice on D5 that saves the game miraculously. Down the exchange. This is like impossible to win. I could just move back and forth. Well, Mule Skinner is playing for what here? Check. We just try not to lose first and foremost. Wow, a4. Oh man. All right. I'm just gonna lose this game. I'm almost certain. It's just too hard to hold this. What happened? Taking this pawn? Or that pawn? You can play g5 check. g5 check? Forcing a king and pawn endgame? What the heck? What would happen there? Yeah, now comes the sacrifice on d5. I don't want to allow that. Wow, he's defending the other side too. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming king and pawning should be good for me. This seems like a waste of time. Maybe I'm worse. a5. Yeah, I saw that, of course. Now what? Shouldn't I be better here, not like losing? The Super Sebi's playing in time pressure is always unbelievable. Am I even winning this? I mean, it feels like I should be. I'm up a pawn in an ending. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, this is unbelievable. Alright. Gotta be winning somehow. What happened? Knight a3? What's that about? He's like gaining time. He's so fast. Is that the winning move? Knight takes c4. Wow. It's like a master. But the less time he has, the better he plays. All right. b5, does it work? Does it lose for me? Man, this is really tough. What? How can you defend so tough? My God. We got to do this. Am I winning this? It's like Grandmaster endgame technique. Every time I play Clash Kid, it's unbelievable. What am I gonna do here? I'm like paralyzed. All right. This is insane how well Super Sebi plays. He's like 1300 in bullet. We gotta go. We gotta go. What's the next trick? I'm like up a rook there. I think I'm winning against Morales. I didn't really have time to calculate before, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it in this one. Against the normal Grandmaster, the rook and bishop down a pawn is usually hard to hold. This is like playing a GM. I mean, here I can take on g4, but is it worth it? Maybe I'll even lose. Right, only move. Now, I'm gonna lose this. King g5. I have to go back, actually. e5 is that? What is that? I can't even keep track of what's a legal move there. I'm getting completely outplayed by Super Sebi. Massively. But all you guys are insanely strong. I feel like I can just resign this. Soltigo is down a rook, but it's still not clear. God. Mr. Coffee. It's amazing. You guys never make mistakes in time pressure. Bishop takes f5. He'll probably have an answer for that. Actually, I don't even know if that's good for me. Didn't have time to even calculate what was happening there. It's probably good for him. Right. Oh wait, d6 is hanging. And that's check. Check is good. Maybe I should fix his pawns. The wrong color. But here it might not matter that much. g6 check. Just keeps coming. Knight e3 with no time left. Bishop takes. Doesn't work. Alright, we have to go back. What am I doing? Rook g6. All right. What the hell is going on here? I'm like paralyzed again. Okay, can I go after his e-pawn? We're at the 2.5 hour mark. We added the extra time. It made the simul a little longer than usual. I think I'm going to win this. And he has a defense. I have bishop f, bishop c7. It's usually an exchange sacrifice that wins in those types of positions. This guy's defense is just unbelievable. It's a matter of time till I like blunder or something. Man, what? Does that work? Bishop takes, king takes, f4. I should be queening first. Up a pawn here. I don't know if I can do anything with it. Managed to win a pawn against Super Sebi somehow, which is almost impossible. Also here. Black's going to get, White's going to get a little bit of counterplay, or maybe a lot of it. But anyway, got to try. We've got 12 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss so far. Rook there. I've got rook g1, reaching a knight ending up a pawn. But actually, that doesn't look that easy. It's probably not even a good move. We should activate the rook. All right. Bishop c2. I have f4. Bishop c2 was like only move, or bishop b1. I missed this just in time. What happened? Knight c2. What happened? He took. Well, that's odd. I expected him to play d3, but I guess this is also okay. Now king there. I've got rook h8, which should be winning. Famous last words. Oh, you're winning that pawn. Super tough. Maybe I can hold this. But it's still not easy. g5. He's got rook f5 check. That's nice. Rook c8 check. Probably not a bad move. Now my pawn is rolling. Alright, we gotta play check. Alright, you're gonna win a piece in that line. Alright, takes. Rook takes h5. f3. Is this even a good move? I'm not so certain. Rook takes h5. All right. Mr. Coffee, thanks for the game. Soltigo, you were like winning, or you had some miracle? What am I down to now? 5 games? 3 games? I can actually talk for the first time when I'm down to like 2 or 3 games. Talk about the comments in the stream a little bit. All right, Clash Kid's driving me nuts. Mr. Endgame is my new name for him. Okay, g5 doesn't work. So I need another way. His pawn is just like promoting, so better find a good move. Knight e6. King f2. Rook h3, right? Then I have knight takes e5, it looks like. Super Sebi's time pressure play is usually excellent. I mean, I would think he would be highest rated in bullet, but he must not play like increment bullet. I don't know. I mean, all right, now you're cutting me off. There's the king back again. Oh no. He like triangulated. Oh my God. Just hung a piece. All right, all that praise. Now f3. Maybe first I should clear my rook. I'd love to play king g4, but it's not legal. King h4 probably isn't a bad move. Nothing can go wrong with king h4 except for like everything, like knight e7 and all kinds of nasty stuff. We'll see. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. All right, now we're up a rook. We can handle that one. What happened to my game with Will Paschall? Alright. Super Sebi resigned. Will Paschall said something. He didn't mean it. Did I say something offensive? 8 cent upon loss. Yeah, I do occasionally do that. This guy is... There's this guy, Cesare, who's like... He doesn't care. I've declined his horde challenges like 100 times, and he just keeps doing it. And this is a very disturbing position for me. How? Alright, rook h8. Now he's going to do rook f1. I know I'm going to lose this game. I lost to Serbian Santa Claus. How can I be a cheater? This is going to be lost for me. It's like unbelievable technique by Clash Kid. Cutting my king off systematically, just... I have no counterplay. If I try to take the pawn on g6, I don't know. He'll even defend that somehow. I don't have time to stop the pawn now. Rook h2 check, rook e2. Might as well just resign. Yeah, 97 as anticipated. I have no idea if I'm winning this. My last chance to win. I'm going to resign soon in the other game. But it's unusual, you know, Clash Kid is strongest in the end game. Most people are not like that. Usually, you know, most players below master level are either, you know, better in the opening or better in the middle game. But it seems like his end game is his best feature of his game, which is something that you do see with like masters, but rarely with players below master. This is like the third time he's terrorized me in an end game. Bishop f4 check, and I think we're just winning here. This is actually a really, really difficult type of endgame. The rook and bishop's opposite color with the pawn up. Usually that's very, very hard to win, but he's making it look easy. Now I'm just dead. Is there some sort of trick now? There's no checks. Maybe we can at least win this one. Well, I think that Super Sebi was totally outplaying me till one point near the very end. This looks lost. I mean, it's hard enough to win it in like a slow game when you have time, but Clash Kid is like doing it with 30-second increments, which I don't know if I could do it. I mean, it's really hard. You know, I think I won one of these positions against Irina Krush once in a slow game, but we had a lot of time on the clock, and once Gennady Timoshenko beat me in an opposite colored bishop with rooks. But it's usually not very easy. Both times, like, it involved having to sacrifice the exchange. Here he's like not even having to sacrifice anything. Just this insane plan with the king activation. The king activation is unbelievable. And his bishop's in the perfect place and everything's in the perfect place. There's nothing I can do. I think it's just lost. Now, how do I make progress here? Like a force field or something? Maybe I can start taking his other pawns, you know, because I don't really have a better idea. Bishop e3 allows rook g3 check. Okay, king. Can I go king h2 first? Let's just do that, just to be on the safe side. What happened? Rook e6. I guess he's not making direct progress. I thought he could just push the pawn there. I can drop a rook. No. Maybe I should play g5 at this point. Normally it just weakens the white squares. Just lost. There's no way I'm going to maintain this blockade. Saul had 3 center pawn loss. What? But not in this. You didn't even play. What are you guys talking about? Okay, king f1 now. So my idea was bishop e3. Please let it work. I really wanted to do well because last week was like my worst simul ever. So I wanted to prove myself a little bit, redeem myself a little bit after last week, but it was still extremely difficult. My score looks really good, but I don't think I deserved such a dominating score. I mean, in a lot of these games I was even worse or not winning. Okay, now it's just like I'm in sort of permanent zugzwang. Permanent zugzwang. Maybe I can play rook h8. I think we're going to beat Lord Jesus Christ. It's been a while. The last 3 times I haven't won. You can see it's not very frequent that I beat him. Or her. And we're talking about chess. I'm thinking everybody is a guy usually. Unfortunately, not enough women play the game, at least online here. Even in tournaments, like my team match today, there wasn't a single woman on either team, which is really sad. I mean, that's ridiculous. Seriously. That is just absurd. Okay, we've got a semi-blockade going on here. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be hard for him to make progress. Did he actually drop a pawn? Yeah, he could have gone to f1. Check, takes. Oh my god, he's got a cheap... oh my god. He played this move instantly. Rook d2 check, and then he's setting up rook e4. So he didn't even hesitate. He did not even hesitate with the trick there. I mean, that's pretty insightful. Again, with like 30-second increments. Man, that's... So rook d2 check, king c1, rook takes d3, rook e4 check wins a piece. I mean, my head is like spinning after playing 20 games, but I wouldn't see that in advance. Because he could have played, you know, he could have avoided dropping the pawn here with king f1, and I don't have an obvious move after that. But it's almost like he wanted to trick me. And I don't have a constructive move at all. I'm just losing. No, I just have to move away from the pawns. Step away from the chalupa. If you want to win, don't trade pieces. Guys, tomorrow morning I have Blitz in Classical Chess, so we have another stream almost immediately. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And again, thank you guys for subscribing. It's been a long simul. I added that extra time, and it's showing up now. It's practically my normal simul time. This is that insanely tedious kind of position that just, again, like you have to have grandmaster-like technique to win the better side and to draw the worst side. All right, Lord Jesus Christ is gonna lose this one, but they've been super tough on me lately. Again, I haven't won since 4 games ago. No stalemates. The famous chess organizer Naj Laszlo today cost our team the match because he allowed stalemate in a trivially winning position. I was really happy about that. Okay, so we can do some checks now and maybe get him away from the queening square and set up a blockade on d2. We've got to blockade d2. I really thought I was lost here, but now it looks like I have some glimmer of hope. It looks like a theoretical ending, though. That could easily be winning. But it's usually an exchange sacrifice that wins it for the defending bishop. That's what happened in both my endings. As I said, against Krush and Timoshenko. Both times exchange sacrifice breaks the defense. He needs to sack his rook for my bishop in a critical position. Usually that's what happens. So we're just trying to hang on here. I do have a good kind of connectivity in that I can try to hold all the weak points, but you know, now an exchange of rooks would be a dead draw. "14 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss." It's a really good result for me tonight. I wasn't sure about Lord Jesus Christ. It was kind of an afterthought, the whole thing about where I played, you know, I played bishop takes g4. It could have been bad for me too. I didn't really have much time to calculate. Yeah, I mean, can I do anything? The thing is, like, I can't do anything active at all. And my g5 pawn is hanging, and I just don't know. How am I supposed to defend this. You know, it's like a nightmare. You want your rook to be as active as possible or whatever. I want all my pieces to remain as active as possible. This is a nightmare game for a simul. Just trying to hold everything together. I have a check, and then another check. But I almost never have a perpetual. My king is attacking his d3 pawn. That gives us a little bit of like leverage. They can't move their bishop now to like c6 or somewhere. What does the cheers do? It supports the stream. It's fun. It's like a small donation to the stream. But if a lot of people do cheers, it would add up. Well, I think Clash Kid is finally getting tired. Abel Fazl may have been responding to my comment about, you know, French. But I meant, like, you know, it's a solid opening. I mean, Caro-Kann is a solid opening. My opponent offered to draw here. I guess he's just tired. He's still got great winning chances. I mean, I guess he's simply, like, tired. I would definitely play this till the cows come home with black. So a generous draw from Clash Kid, but it is getting kind of late. It's almost 9:30. I thought we'd be done by 9 o'clock. So interesting games all around. This one. Garrett sacked a piece unsoundly. Clash Kid was crazy. Lord Jesus Christ was interesting. Mr. Coffee blundered that pawn in the opening. That was costly. He probably was lost. Arsenal Fan, interesting game. Super Sebi melted down. I thought he wouldn't, but he did. Etium, that was an interesting opening. Fayeb resigned because he dropped a piece. Let's see what else. This guy resigned. Bakel, what did he do? Blunder? We won a game against Morales that was a draw. Morales just like could have drawn. I lost to Santa Claus, which was a really good game by him. Yule, I think I was actually lost in one moment. Rakesh was lost, although it wasn't that easy. Ayesta must have disconnected, which is a shame. So I don't deserve to win the game against Ayesta for sure. He's completely equalized in the opening. Parmenides was worse, and Abul Fazl just gave up in a winning position for some reason. I don't understand. This was like a winning position for white, basically. He played like perfectly. They gave him a dubious for knight c3. I think that's absurd. The engine is giving him a dubious here. What move? Knight takes c3 question mark. No, dubious. Claiming he made an inaccuracy. Okay, it might be like a tiny inaccuracy, but I mean, it's like the most natural move in the world. And then he resigned. Makes a lot of sense. I don't understand. It's really weird. But anyways, so we kind of lost two games. Like these two games didn't really happen. The game with Ayesta and the game with Abul Fazl. I would appreciate you guys doing abandon the game really early. So we actually had 18 games, and in reality 18 games. We won 12, essentially, and had 5 draws and 1 loss. But overall, interesting. Clash Kid was probably winning, but it's never easy. The final position, the computer will give him like a pawn up or something, I guess. Wow, plus, so it says he's just winning out of hand, actually. So we were lost. He gave me a draw in a winning position. I thought so. Rook e5 check, king d4, rook e2, and that's it. That was easy. He was simply tired, I guess. but really excellent play in the endgame. He just felt like giving me a break. I sounded angry, I guess. Angry enough that he offered a draw. That's what you got to do. You got to be like Kasparov, you know. He's so angry when you're beating him that, you know, he's making faces and stuff. The only way. Jozef Pinter once was better against Kasparov, but it was a draw. And he said he just tortured him for as long as possible. Kasparov got really, really mad about it. He was making faces and getting all angry. But Jozef said he really enjoyed it. Like, it was his favorite thing he ever did. One of his favorite chess experiences ever. Like torturing Kasparov in a drawn position. Yeah, this though, I mean, this is kind of trivial. I didn't think I was lost that easily though. So my last move was actually a blunder. I played Rook G1 and he offered a draw, but this move actually gives up the 7th rank. So if I want to hold, I have to actually not abandon this defense of the 7th rank right here. I mean, it's just so difficult though. Like, here's the correct evaluation if I don't blunder. Something like -1.2. Extremely difficult. Like, I basically might be able to draw if I was a computer. If it's like computer against computer, I think there's a good chance of a draw. But in a human against computer, there's no chance. And against human versus human, it's very difficult. Both times. As I mentioned earlier, both my experiences were losses when the superior side was human versus human. Very, very difficult. But this still shouldn't be so easy. I just wanted to activate my rook with this mistaken move. Rook G1. I wanted to start checking him away, which is good, but we can't give up the 7th rank, so it's tough to keep defending passively. Anyway, guys, interesting games, guys. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks to Soltigo for another entertaining game, as always. Super insane, typical, crazy play by Soltigo. We should have lost probably 2, and a bunch of wins. Was theoretically 12 wins, 5 draws, and 1 loss. It could have been 2. Clash Kid generous there at the end, though he didn't see it. That end game is really hard. Okay, guys, so I'll see you tomorrow morning. It's thanks for the cheer. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. It'll be 10 a.m. Blitz and Rapid Chess here. So again, guys, thank you, and I'm gonna get some rest and be back tomorrow, fresh and ready to play. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.